Welcome everybody, and we are back in Microsoft Flight Simulator. Today we're going to take a look at the brand new Carenado Piper PA, what is this, a 28? The Arrow. Got a little bit of case of the sniffles here. Just hit the marketplace today, March 4th. Retailing for 25 USD. In fact, let's slow this down here. Camera control. Well, I guess we are already pretty dang slow. So first impressions, the first time I've actually loaded this thing up, we got a FSC flight we're going to do here, is the external textures are pretty damn good. Looks like the plane PBR is really well done. Look at all the little bumps inside the wing. You can tell that this plane, it's been flown once or twice, even though the livery itself is pretty clean. A little bit of dirt on the tail. Let's see what the plaque says. Can we read the plaque? Builder Carenado model CT182T, maybe. I really like the kind of metallic reflection almost on that the gold stripe. Looks really good inside the airplane hangar under your profile. You got a Macaulay prop. Looks really well done. Take a look at the landing gear. So this is the first time I actually loaded the plane up. Nice PBR on the tires. Of course, I'm all over the place with my controls. Little plate there. Landing gear's okay. Definitely not the best looking landing gear we've ever seen. Not terrible either though, completely 100% serviceable. It's not like you're going to be staring at this the entire time. That's nicely done. A little bit of dirt inside the wheel well. Underneath, what are we doing? Yeah, a little bit of, looks like dirt or something coming off the fuel cap, of course. Avgas only, guys. 100 low lead or 100 if you can find a place that actually has 100. I wonder if these textures are mirrored like they are in a lot of the default planes. Is that maybe? Let's stall. Overall, it's a pretty plane. Yeah, see, look at that reflection coming off the gold there. It's really well done. Looks good. I really like this livery. Comes with a few of them. Tail looks good. Let's go in the cockpit. Oh yeah, we're in showcase camera. We can't do that, right? Alright, so we are back in the cockpit here, and we'll turn track IR back on. Let's see what we got. The new standard Carenado little touchpad, iPad, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what the static elements look like. Put that on. Come on. No? Tow bar, no? Is that not working? So if we put the pad up, it works. How do we bring the pad back, though? There we go. All right. So admittedly, I cannot get any of these to actually click. Oh, there we go. There's door open. That's a start. Baggage door. It's open on the side there. What if there's baggage outside? Let's take a look. Nope, it is empty. Just a little hand tow bar. And the door, okay. Yeah. Well, that obviously is kind of depressing that you can't actually click on any of these. There's no available click spot even though it's there. I think because it's bleeding through. Next, startup option, cold and dark. Yeah, okay, done. And we'll get rid of that. So looking at the seats, it's all very pretty. Obviously, it doesn't look as pretty as the screenshots and some of the video we've seen coming out of the Just Flight Arrow. This is a much newer model in comparison. More modern autopilot. Supposedly. Where we see the autopilot functions. Right there on the top. Well, let's get this bad boy started up and take a look and see how she flies. I'm just going to do a quick little, maybe a pattern around. Do battery. Make sure everything works. Yeah, nice slow throttle movement. Whoa. There it goes. I was going to say, it almost looked like that axis was reversed. It is Carenado, so you never know, right? We got trim. Move the trim wheel. Is there an indicator? I do not. Oh, there's the indicator. So we move it back to neutral there. We can hear the deal starting. Let's turn a beacon on. How's the beacon look? No beacon? That's odd. You would think a GA plane would have a beacon. Does it have a switch for it? I mean, maybe that's a beacon right on the tip of the tail. It is. Battery, alternator, pit, heat landing lights, fuel pump. Maybe not. Recognition light. Oh. Oh. I hear the switch, but I don't actually see it doing anything. It's almost like it's coming from behind us. So I don't know. Is it nav lights? So it looks like maybe some of these are not mapped, which would not be the first time. Do recognition lights? Yeah. Nav lights. Maybe that'll turn that on. Yeah, there it goes. Now it's going. Let's see. What are those? Standard lights. Non-LEDs. Well, that's a bit disappointing, but that's pretty much like all the other Carenado planes where the stuff isn't fully mapped to the normal buttons. Switch. Does that work? That's on both in my deal. Yeah, a lot of these are not mapped using the Honeycomb Bravo in the Alpha. If we use the Alpha switch, it does not actually turn the keys. So we're gonna see if we can get to start. There it goes. Back to both. sounds well. Sounds pretty good outside. Is that flaps? Parking brake up. Let's hear it run up. This may be their best sounding plane yet. Yeah, that's not bad sounding at all. Much better than the 182. Mooning's got its own little sound. Not quite that nice. I don't think the real Arrow sounds that good in my life either, but that was pretty nice. And let's turn the avionics on. So we got a 430. Airspeed, standard 6-pack it looks like. We're in nav mode. Does not, let's turn that to GPS and see if it'll turn. No. HSI. Need to track 2.2 it says. It's 2. Using the honeycomb, of course, so no real way for it to not. There we go. I just used my Class Echo touchscreen deal to get that switched over. Lean it out just a little bit on the ground. Looks the part. Took the parking brake off. Takes a decent amount of throttle to get moving here. Which way are we going? Come out. We're here in Cockville. Vacaville, or California. This is Victor Charlie Bravo. We recently swapped around our FBO network on FS Economy. We had a bunch of stuff pointing at Oakland, and have now switched them over to Cockville. Just to see how it goes. Sitting super far back. Really don't like that. Maybe a little bit closer. Yeah, that seems like a more natural fit. In fact, it's cutting out my track hour. See what it acts like. It's a weird line in the... It's a textual. I didn't listen to ATIS. I don't know what direction. I wasn't really paying attention to a windsock either. So we'll just sit here and see. Park and brake. Full ridge. To what, 20? 2,000 RPM. Oh, it's the pass. Back. Let's see if the switch works now. No, it just moves once. Definitely dropped a little bit. Both comes back up. Like happens when we adjust the prop. Wrong one. Prop comes out, we get no drop in RPM. No manifold pressure change. We have absolutely no change when we manipulate the prop. So that's obviously not working as intended. Or maybe it is working as intended. Broken. That's a shame. Maybe it'll work when we get up in the air. See what it adjusts to. Taxi up to the runway proper. A little bumpy. Taxi lights. How about landing lights? Those turn on with the switch. Oh, those turn on. There we go. Cockpit heat on. Just so then the Bravo will shut up. Strobes. Let's see what those look like. On the side. So these edge lights don't seem to work. All the lights turned on right now, right? Fuel pump, nav light, yeah, they're all turned on. Yep, so those lights do not work. Once again, not super surprised. Just roll. Ooh, super twitchy on the rudder. A little bit of trimmy trim. It's a big dip in the middle of the runway. It's a bump. Terrible photogrammetry. Imagine that. Nope. Right up and off. It's a little Lindbergh reference, right? Let's find out what it stays the same. Runway, gear up. Hit beta. But the alternate runway should be. Climb up to about 1,200 feet. Level off and make a right-hand turn. Okay, so mixture kinda works, but it doesn't seem to have an effect on the engine besides fuel flow here. Oh, now the prop brings out. How odd. Does not look like the HSI is actually linked to the autopilot because we should be deviating and it's not. Okay, let's pull the power out. Trim. Straight level flight. It's OBS2. looks like it's moving a little bit. Okay, so maybe I lied. Maybe it is working. Just that deviation is definitely not the same. What are we? Quick climb. A lot of trimming going on here. Yeah, so it's full left deflection. I mean, the hand flies pretty decently. A lot of trimming going on. Of course, those trim forces in Flight Simulator are pretty overpowered to begin with. There's the airport. Kind of see it off in the distance there. HSI works, maybe not as sensitive as you would like it to be. Then again, I did just take off, and it was going to be direct to whatever this Sokoi place is. Maybe that deep one was right off the runway. I'd have to go back in and see it. Just the prop. Get back to 25. See, now that works. Pull it out. Oh, see, now we got manifold increase. Back to what, 24, 23. I don't know what the cruise settings are supposed to be for this. Like I said, I just hopped in it. Just over 100 knots. Good looking plane though. Sounds well. And flies okay. Like I said, it's just a lot of trim. I guess that's to be expected. Those big old giant blunt wings. Alright. I need to start maybe descending here a little bit. Is there a gear inhibit? Should be, I guess. I don't know. now I can pull the throttle back. Give us another notch of flaps. See, it doesn't really balloon, which is nice. It's my wife texting me. Lights are on. Fuel pump. Is this a both or is this a left and a right? Go to the right. Man, this thing does not want to slow down, huh? Let's see if we can do a slip. No, that is full rudder. It's weird trying to control from the outside. Full flaps. This does not want to slow down. There we go. We're super high though. Alright, so we're going to aim for those first set of touchdown markers. We should have pulled all that in. Oh, we're gonna. Oh, why is that giant deal right there? We missed that all the way. So we're just gonna sit it down. Whoa, it hurt my back. Cockaville looks like caca today. So we get we're just messing around, right? Mixture out, we got prop out. So it's $25, right? Honestly, I'm kind of disappointed in this one. I was really happy with the Mooney. Seminole's okay. 182 is the 182. It'd be a much better plane if it had just better sounds, engine sounds, specifically inside the cabin. This one for $25 US. My first impression is this is a pass. Especially with the Just Flight one coming out any day now as well. So yeah, not liking it. And flies okay, I guess. A little hard to slow down. That could have just been me. I had the right settings. I had the prop out, I had mixture out, I had everything else going. So, I wasn't really paying super attention. Wasn't flying it by the book, of course. But I mean, $25. It's not a whole bunch of money, right? But I think, based upon what we've seen of the Just Flight Arrow, and I'm sure everyone was aware of that was going to be the case, is the Just Flight one's going to be much better. Having the Just Flight P3D, I can tell you, it hand flies better than this. Looks better. I'm not going to say it looks better. But pretty plain. If you don't want to spend $40 on the Just Flight one, you're probably missing out quite a bit. Even though this is going to have a much better autopilot, but really, if you're flying an Arrow, you probably aren't going to be sitting on autopilot most of the time. Anyhow, that's my initial thoughts. Initial thoughts are, don't buy it. So there's that. Anyways, it's Nick here. I'm going to hop off here, get some sleep, and comment, like, subscribe. Tell me I suck. Tell me you like me. We're going to start doing a bit more streaming every week now. And anyways, it's Nick. Have a good one, guys. Bye.